Have you ever thought that maybe there's a final step in our faith journey that a lot of us just never take? A step that's actually designed to take everything we believe and launch it way beyond our own world, beyond our own borders. Well, today, we're going to dive into exactly that final crucial step.
So let's just start with a really direct question. And I want you to really think about this for a second. Where does your faith stop? What are its boundaries? I mean, does it pretty much end at your front door? Maybe with your family? Or does it reach across your whole city? It's a really important question because your answer to that, well, it sets the stage for everything we're about to unpack.
You know, the whole idea for this conversation today is really built on this one verse from the book of Luke. It says the whole point was to seek and to save the lost. And that word, seek, that's everything. It's not passive. It implies movement, right? An active search. It tells us right away that faith was never meant to be this fortress that we just hide inside of. No, it was always meant to be a journey outwards.
But here's the thing. Before you can go out, you've got to build a really strong base to launch from. And the source material for this lays it out as this foundational journey of 4 essential steps. These are the things that create a healthy, vibrant community in the first place. Let's walk through them real quick.
Okay, so it all starts with the word. That's what gives everyone a clear direction, right? Puts everyone on the same page. Then comes fellowship, which is all about building those deep bonds that turn a group of people into a real community. After that, you've got prayer. That's what breathes actual life into everything. And then fourth is evangelism. This is where we learn how to share that life with the people right around us, in our own neighborhoods, our own city. These 4 steps, they're the foundation. But as you can see, there's a 5th step just waiting. What is it?
And that brings us right here to the culmination of this whole journey, the final step. This is the piece that takes that solid foundation we just talked about and gives it a truly global purpose. This is where the story gets so much bigger. So here it is. The 5th and final step is mission. But I want you to look really closely at this definition. It's not just about sharing a message. The key word here is extending it. It's about consciously pushing beyond our own borders. And that means the ones on a map, for sure, but also the ones in our own hearts and minds. It's an intentional act of crossing over.
And please, don't think for a second that this is some new, modern idea we just cooked up. No way. This goes right back to the very beginning. I mean, think about it. The early church didn't grow by just staying home and having meetings. It exploded across the known world because they were actively sending people out, people like Paul and Barnabas, into totally new cultures and new lands. Mission was just woven into their DNA from day one.
So let's get super clear on this distinction because it is absolutely critical. This slide lays it out perfectly. Evangelism, that 4th step we talked about, that's about reaching your neighbors. It's sharing your story right there, inside your own cultural context. But mission, that 5th step, that's about reaching the nations. It's the deliberate, intentional act of crossing cultural, linguistic, and geographic boundaries. Both are vital, of course, but it's mission that really completes the entire picture.
Okay, I get it. A vision of reaching the nations, it sounds huge, maybe even impossible for just one person. And you know what? That's exactly the point. It was never, ever meant to be a solo effort. So let's go take a look at the engine room to see how this whole thing actually works. I mean, the source material just says it perfectly. This task is way too big for any one of us. No single person, and not even a single church, has the capacity to embrace the entire world. It absolutely demands partnership, collaboration, and a real unity in this shared purpose. We have to do it together. Which, of course, leads to a very practical question, doesn't it? If not everyone is supposed to pack up their bags and physically move to another country, then how does this partnership actually function? What is the role of the community, the people who stay behind? Well, the source breaks it down into this powerful 3-part partnership. First, you've got prayer and intercession. That's the spiritual engine, right? The thing that really supports those who are on the front lines. Second, yes, of course, there's material support, providing the practical, real-world resources needed to do the work. But maybe the most important part is this last one, having a united heart. A shared passion from the entire community that ensures that those who go are never, ever truly alone because they are carrying the heart of their entire community with them. Okay, so now let's pull the camera back and look at the whole journey. When you put all 5 of these steps together, you start to see this complete, powerful picture of what a community of faith was always designed to be and to do. And this just lays it out so well. You see the whole pathway. You've got the word giving direction, fellowship building a real community, prayer breathing life into it all, and evangelism sharing that life locally. But it's that final step, mission, that just transforms everything that came before it. It gives the direction a global destination. It gives the community a world-changing purpose. It gives the prayer a specific target. And it gives that local story a global echo. So the bottom line is this: when a community truly embraces all 5 of these steps, it stops being this inwardly focused club, and it becomes what the Source calls a channel for life to the world. It becomes an active, outward-moving force for good, for hope, and for restoration on a global scale. And so we end right back where we started, with a question for you. This great journey, from building a strong local foundation all the way to having a global reach, it's happening right now. So the only real question left is, where will your footprint be? In this amazing story, what part will you play?